So how can you be successful, and what is success? Well, we have to look at people in history that have been successful. And so we have to separate. There's good people that have been successful and evil people that have been successful, right? Well, I'm going to get rid of all the evil people that have been successful because really, for me, that's not success. Goodness, ultimate goodness is success. Now, what is ultimate goodness? Ultimate goodness is for me, ultimate goodness is that my life is of more valuable when I'm dead than when I'm alive. That's ultimate success. That your value, right, after you're gone is more significant than when you're still on this earth. So, use an example, right? We could use a secular example that's more recent, that some people would like, who's worldly, that's a writer like Mark Twain, right? He's a secular person, he has writing, right? They would say he's a secular deist. He believed in God, they say. Some people will say he was an atheist or agnostic, but most people would say by his writings he was a deist and he believed in eternity and of what's valuable, right? And then you say him or Mary, Our Lady, right? The Mother of God, right? The Mother of Jesus. So who's more successful, Mark Twain or Mary? So you have to the first thing you have to do is you have to look in history and ask yourself, who, not to compare yourself, but just to look at who is successful. Now, I would say that if you were to pick Mark Twain or Mary, Mary's more successful. Why? Look, her value wasn't on what she did. Her value was on who she was. So for me, the first is, your success is what's valued after you're dead and gone, right? So that's the first step. The second step is your success comes not for what you did. So Mark Twain would be remembered more as a writer, right? So for me, I would say Mary's more successful because she's remembered as a mother. What's better than being remembered as a father, a mother, a son, a friend? Who can make that happen? Also, her success didn't come through power and prestige and authority. Her success came through humility, confidence in who she was, and her role on this earth. She didn't have power. She didn't have authority. She didn't have prestige. She didn't have pleasures to wane on anybody. So you got Trump or Mary. I mean, you got to pick Mary, you know what I mean? Like, so now that we've thought about this, who are successful people, and we could have all different people thrown in there, and you could do this. Now you have to ask yourself the question, what are you engaged in your life that is successful? What do you do with your life that's successful? So for me, somebody I went to breakfast with this morning asked me a similar question, like, how have you been able to do this for so long? It's so interesting. He goes, like, when you were in college, is this what you wanted to do with your life? I said, yes, but there's a little tweak to it. When I was in college, what I wanted to be successful in had more to do with like what I was gonna do. Like, we're gonna build gyms and we're gonna build arenas and we're gonna have events and impact people's lives. That was more of a secular view with faith than where Mary is or other people are. Because now it's, I want to be successful so that when my son and daughter and wife and grandkids see me, they see that what I lived for was greater than this earth. And so we have this new show coming out, In the Paint. It's a docu-series, but I consider it successful, and I'm going to tell you why. Because it has nothing to do with just me wanting to build a gym. It has to do with me and my son on a journey with a team that just so happens to want to build a gym. See the difference? See, when you want to be successful and you're not bringing the people alongside of you that are most important, that's not success. I'll give an example. When I was a youth leader for a church when I was young, when my wife was going, would you quit thinking you're going to go out and do this? You're just a youth minister, right? I go, I'm not. We're going to change the world. We're going to make a difference. And when there was this kid who came up to me. She was a great young girl, and she was a part of the youth group. And she said, my dad plays in the NBA. And I'm like, who is your dad? And I'm not going to give you his name. He played for my favorite team, though, which was the Cavs. And in my brain, I'm thinking, let's get some tickets. I was like, what he was about, not who he was, right? She goes, I never spend time with him. I never see him. So my question is that player successful? To you, he'd say he's successful in what he does. But guess what? It will end and he will be forgotten, because guess what? His legacy start and finished with what he did. The only way for a legacy to be carried out is that who you are as a friend, as a brother, as a sister, as a dad, as an uncle, as a leader who spends time with people, that success is who you bring alongside. So people like to say, oh, you're an entrepreneur. Yes, but I think I'm a different kind of entrepreneur. You're like, well, what's the difference? There's two types of entrepreneurs. There's entrepreneurs that use their gift of entrepreneurship for money. And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, I'm not judging these people. But that's using your gift for a temporal good. That's using your gift for something that ends. You see, that doesn't do anything for me. Like, so if I died and I had $0 in my bank account, which is very possible, right? Right? And people would say he's not successful. Now, I hope I have a plan to take care of my family a little bit and be able to help them out, so pray that could happen. But outside of that, if all I did was have a big bank account where I left a bunch of money to a bunch of people, but there was no people that I engaged with that were understood why I made that money or what the purpose was or what the legacy was, then it doesn't mean anything. See, I believe success is being like Jesus Christ. What he did is he said, I'm giving my life to something that will never end. Something that has purpose, that has a why, that matters, that you can be involved in. If you're my friend, you can continue it. See, for me, success is that we build gyms across this nation. And when I die, my son, my friend, one of the staff members can say, guess what? I can continue this because we can mentor kids and die for kids and care for kids and love kids. Our hope, I believe success is that, yes, we have school outreach, but it means nothing if other people don't go, hey, I want to continue this. Now, you would say, do you think you're successful if it all ends when you die? I personally would say, I'm not as successful, because I believe not what you do doesn't die, but who you are lives forever. I hope that you're amazing. If you say you're amazing, right? Like, you'll know, oh, you're about heaven. If you look somebody in the eyes and you say you're amazing, I want people to go, wow, you care about kids. If you say you're amazing, I want the whole country not to go, oh, it's stay amazing at the Marriott, right? Right? Nothing wrong with that. I stayed at the Marriott a bunch, right? But no, you're amazing. You said you're amazing? So you're willing to die for somebody. Really? Are you? Yeah. You see, that's success. Success is that your words you say never end. That the person you are continues beyond you. Now, you ask me, why am I a Christian? Why am I a Catholic? Because I believe that even if no one remembers my name, which is okay, that they will remember Jesus' name. That if no one remembers my name, which is fine, that they will remember Our Lady's name. They will remember the Catholic faith's name. If I was some Baptist leader, nothing wrong, I have many Baptist friends, but it dies with the Second Baptist Church that was on this street. You're like, no, it doesn't. Well, I believe it does. That's my belief system. My belief system is I've stayed Catholic. I've died as wanting to be Catholic, because what we do on this earth will never end, because what we do will prevail till the end. And up until now, there's been only one institution of faith that's gone on since Jesus till now, institutionally. Yes, Jesus has gone on and they've passed different movements and ways of life, but structurally, there is no other institution but the Catholic faith. So when people say, why did you stay Catholic? Because it's successful. Like, why wouldn't you want? It's like, yeah, I want to be a part of the best team. I mean, like, why wouldn't you want to? Now, you might think they're the worst team right now. Now, they might not be acting like the best team. I get it. And I could give you 100 reasons. I'm the one complaining about it probably more than you. But success is that I'm a part of something that can withstand the test of time. Hopefully, what I'm doing on this earth will be as Catholic as I am Catholic. But I don't know. We'll see. But all I know is, whose team are you on? Will your team end? My team won't. My team's going to continue to the end. And also, I hope that everything we're doing and what I'm a part of can continue for many, many generations to come. So what's success? That you look at eternity. You look at something that's beyond you. And Jesus was successful. Guess what? I bet you he died with not much of anything. But he died changing the world. When I start a basketball team, I'll go around and go, why are you here? And a lot of them will say it's what they do. Maybe they'll say, I'm here because I want to learn basketball. I'm here because I want to go to the NBA. I want to play college basketball. Some kids will say, I'm here because I want to learn to be a great father or a friend. Yeah. But I always say, when they go around, why are you here? And I say, because we're going to change the world. We're going to change the world. And anybody I've met that knows me knows that if they're a part of what we're doing, we're going to change the world. And that's success, isn't it? That we're going to make such a difference to be like Christ. Christ failed brilliantly, as my United Kingdom friends like to say, my UK friends, brilliantly, right? He failed brilliantly, right? And my kids always mess with me because I got the worst English accent in the history of America, right? But brilliantly, why? Because he died for something that never ended. And that's what I hope to do, and that's what I believe success is. And if we can help millions upon millions of people, great. If we can help 12 people, great. But my hope is to be like Jesus. That's success.